Hi, friends.
Hello.
Welcome back to Talking Pandas with Jenna and Curtis, where we talk ourselves into circles for the internet's entertainment, hoping to help one person feel less lonely, fill the empty space of when you are by yourself, essentially. How was your holidays and how was your, I guess I was going to say winter break, but neither of us were technically on winter break because we're adults. How was your holidays?
It was good. It was good. I have my new golf clubs now, so I actually have them in my possession. I
Mm-hmm.
got a book, and that's all I've been doing since Christmas.
That's fun.
What
Did you
about
guys do
you?
anything? Did you guys do anything exciting or like, was it just like a classic holiday?
Oh, it was just a normal holiday. I guess if we're talking about quote unquote exciting things, my cousin did decide that she's going to get married here next year.
Was she engaged?
Not yet.
Oh,
They've been together for like 8, 9 years.
yeah. She decided. Does he know?
Yeah, no, he's on board.
Okay. Okay.
But the Labor Day weekend was open at the one place here that she liked, and well, I guess they're gonna go with it. So
Very unconventional way of going about that, but that's cool.
yeah.
Um, yeah, my holiday was hectic, honestly. There was 7 people in my family home with one bathroom. Um, yeah, it was just what you imagine having everyone home plus boyfriends for the holidays.
Mm,
It was fun though. I said my leading up to Christmas, everyone asked me what I wanted. I said that I my one Christmas gift is that I wanted everyone home.
hmm.
So it was nice having everyone home. But I was talking to my mom about it, and I feel like we talk about it. We used to talk about it a lot. That I'm a very extroverted person in certain circumstances, but like when I can't get away from people, my social battery like hits rock bottom, and I felt like I was every night was like trying to escape, like going to bed at 8 o'clock, just because my social battery was just so drained. I think it's the root cause is not being in an office anymore. I feel like not being in an office for 4 months and like not having that social interaction has really made my social battery weak.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
My I feel like my social battery right now is non-existent due to me not doing anything other than reading and not
Mm-hmm.
wanting to do anything other than reading.
That's my issue is I can't even get into reading right now. I'm in such like a slump, and I don't think it's because of Mistborn,
Hmm.
because it's every book that I've tried to start. I just like don't have like the mental capacity to read, and I think it's because I've been scrolling on TikTok a lot more, which there's no studies that show it, but in my brain I think there would be studies to prove it, that
Hmm.
like the mindless scrolling completely deteriorates my ability to sit down and read a book.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah, I can see it. I mean, it makes
Yeah. I
sense what you're
also
saying.
I deleted my Kindle Unlimited membership because I'm trying to like save money where I can with moving out and everything.
Hmm.
And all of my favorite books I read on Kindle Unlimited, so I don't have them anymore. So usually when I'm in a book slump, I go back and read like one of my favorite books, and it like pulls me out of it. But I can't now because the books that I want to read, I have to pay for. So I'm like debating either buying them on my Kindle or looking on that thrift books.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't think about that one. Yeah, I won't get
Yeah.
Kindle Unlimited then,
Yeah,
because
because the minute you're done with it,
right.
it you lose all of your books, and like I see why people buy doubles now, because I read like 80 books on Kindle Unlimited in the past
Hmm.
18 months, and I don't have a single hard copy to prove it.
Ah,
So if it's a good book, I recommend buying the hard
yeah,
copy or the actual book on Kindle.
yeah, that would make sense.
So every couple of weeks we talk about like our TikTok stuff, and like we go into like a hard topic on TikTok.
Hmm.
Have you seen the Ash Trevino TikTok?
No, is that the one that everybody's unfollowing on the 31st?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like her name's Ashley Trevino. She is a live streamer, which I didn't know
Hmm.
live streaming was as big a deal as it is, but apparently there's a whole side of TikTok that's just like constant live streaming. And if the listeners want to actually understand what's going on with this, if you type into TikTok this girl Brielle, she did a like 3 part exclamation explanation of this girl's lore, and it's wild and it goes deep. Like she live streams for like 12 hours at a shot. Like they know her whole life.
Interesting.
I don't understand that. I don't understand like just sitting on live stream and like eating and going about your normal life but having people watch you. I would be so paranoid.
Yeah, I get some of it to a point of like, if you're streaming games and like you take a break to eat, but like you do something else while you're eating with them,
But these people
that
aren't
kind of
even
aspect.
gaming. Like these people are like
Yeah.
quote unquote what is it, like battling? Or like quote unquote I don't know, I guess they call it battling. But they're
Is that
just
like the
like
two people where like one of them goes silent?
yeah.
I
What
hate
are they?
those.
Oh my gosh! I should have like done all of my dictionaries on my words, but they're calling them like the hate like the not the haters or like the trolls are
Hmm.
calling. I'm really trying here to think of the like the proper terms. Are calling them like grifters because essentially all you're doing is like begging for people to send you gifts on TikTok. And you're not even like streaming games, they're not on Twitch. They're making their whole livelihood off like battling and begging for people's money. And people give it.
Yeah, I don't like TikTok live streams. Like I don't engage with
Mm-mm.
them. I kind of hate my TikTok feed when it goes TikTok ad
Stream,
stream
stream,
ad
stream. Yeah.
TikTok that I don't want to watch stream TikTok I don't want to watch
This
stream
this
stream.
girl's lore is so hard though that people want to watch but don't want to give her the credit. So there's watch parties where people like another person will get on with an iPad showing the
Hmm.
iPad and they'll like watch the girl through another account. And I'm like what is going on? like
Yeah, I
like go touch some grass, honestly. right?
people are too online at that point.
Yeah. I watch some live streamers, but I talked about it. I talked about it like back last month. But I watch the political debate live streamers, and I think they're funny. That's why I watch them, and I just like
Hmm.
have them running in the background. But they're not like just sitting there entertaining like the chat. Like they're like debating people in politics, so it's like a good form of I don't know entertainment. Where instead of just like sitting there making fun of the person on the other side of the screen. I don't know. It just seems like a toxic environment to me.
Yeah, I don't. The only live streams that I've watched that I think are worth it until I watched it and then realized it was kind of stupid was the Lego Muppets.
What?
There's a guy who does the Muppet Show, but out of Legos
Oh, he's a streamer?
on TikTok. Yeah,
Huh.
yep.
Not come
I
across
believe
him.
it's every night around like 9 to 10 is when it comes on.
Yeah, I've never watched him. I through my cycles of TikTok, when I delete it, I'm like completely offline. But then when I have
Hmm.
it again, I'm like the definition of chronically online, and I get like sucked into these rabbit holes and not in the sense that like it takes up my life, but like it takes up my whole for you page and I see nothing else. So like this Ash Trevino thing is my whole for you page. Or like when it was politics, it was my whole for you page. Like there's no break from it. Right now I'm also on like this personal shopper TikTok site where people go shopping and the other people will join the live and buy stuff from the person that's shopping. So it's like she'll like shop through TJ Maxx, and the person will be like, "Oh, I like that purse, grab it," and then she'll Venmo the person that's shopping, and they'll send it.
I've
I'm like,
I've seen one of those.
just go to the store, just go to the store."
I've seen one of those. But it was more of like they go into a thrift shop, they buy a bunch of stuff, and then they auction it off at like
Yeah.
super low prices.
Did you see that Alex Cooper released a water?
No?
It's called Unwell, and it's like a hydration drink, and she released it with
Pardon my typing for a
Nestle.
second.
Go ahead. Click, 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 click.
What? Wait, is it just like? Oh, it's flavored water at least.
It's like essentially a pure Propel.
Yeah. No.
And her whole thing is like hydration drinks are focused on a masculine environment. So this is like focused for women and it's a healthy drink for women. But people are like, if you look at the ingredients, the first ingredient's like water. Like you're literally paying like $5 for a water. And then it's like natural flavors, which I guess is like a corporate term for hiding chemicals. And
Hmm.
like magnesium sulfate. People are like, it's just nothing.
Well, here's one of the top articles I've seen after Googling this. It's actually the first article after her two Instagram posts about it. I tried Alex Cooper's new drink, and I'm unwell. I don't know if it's a good one or not, but I don't. That one makes me feel not.
Yeah, I have not tried it. I don't think it's worth it for me to try it, but it's something.
Yeah, it's not.
I think people need to get in the I think we're in this sense of people are like lacking creativity, which we saw it previously with the Kardashians, to say it first. Like they take, like they did, Kim does Skims, which is just like a clothing line, or they do makeup, or they do perfume, and like it's very much things that we've had forever, and they're just making their own version and slapping their label on it. I feel like people are lacking creativity, and they're not like going outside the box. Like they're not thinking what people need that we don't already have. They're just trying to like make a quick buck off something that they can buy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they're necessarily innovators.
Yeah, I think like people are saying it about Elon Musk right now. They're saying that he's like the smartest man and like the richest man. But I don't necessarily think Elon Musk is the smartest man, like coming up with everything. But I think he thinks outside of the box and has a creativity team around him that has the ability to like create what he's asking for.
Yeah,
Like
he's
the idea
trying
of like
to
an
innovate.
autonomous, yeah, like the idea of like the autonomous vehicle. Like, did he create this idea? Absolutely not. But is he the first person that's actually attempting to get this to work? Yeah, because like, and that's like using your money in a good way. Not that I support Elon Musk, anyone that's listening, but I think he is innovative.
I agree. He's very innovative. Just not with bulletproof glass.
Or bulletproof stainless steel if you see the back of the Cybertrucks.
Yeah. I mean, it depends how thick
Yeah.
the steel is to make it bulletproof.
Yeah, the back of the Cybertrucks is not bulletproof.
Yeah.
It has been tested all over the internet.
It does chop off fingers, though.
Does it?
Yeah, because
There's no
trunk.
motion sensor?
there's no resistance. It's just a piece of metal.
Oh!
And it comes down and
Oh.
it'll chop off fingers.
Yeah. The next thing on my list is, because this is our New Year's episode, so do you have any resolutions going into the new year, or like anything you want to achieve?
I'll put on the obligatory. I'd like to consistently go to the gym again.
Okay.
I'd like to get a decent job.
That's fair, considering what you're rocking right now.
Exactly.
I feel like those are kind of low bar. Do you have anything like higher that you want to achieve?
High bar?
Those
I mean,
are like basic. So like
I know.
obviously not, this is said in like a loving way, but like obviously you're unemployed right now, so your goal for the next year is to get a job. Or like
Right.
everyone says fitness is the goal of the new year. Like, do you have anything that
That's why I said it was obligatory. I mean, like, that's just... I'm in a position right now where I'm not thinking like that, I guess is the best way to put it out of my head.
that's fair?
I guess we can go funny and say date for my cousin's wedding.
That is funny. That would be a good one. If you can
Yeah.
get a date for your cousin's wedding that's like an actual girl, like
What-
that would be a good resolution.
What do you think I'm gonna do? Have a friend dress up in a wig? An actual
No,
girl?
but like I meant like not asking me if I wanted to go to a date on the wedding
Oh,
to the
no,
wedding.
I
like
wouldn't do
having
that
like an
to you.
actual girl that you're interested in. One of my New Year's resolutions is the podcast, just to like advertise it a little more and like put more effort into outside of just recording and editing, but like getting it out there.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Like I think the podcast overall is just like something that I'm looking forward to,
Mm-hmm.
especially I'm hoping as I move I have more time and like less distractions. Yeah. Speaking of girls,
Ooh. I knew this was gonna come up, and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to answer this question because
what happened? Are you going on a date? So for those listening, Curtis texted me saying that he might have a date, and then he said that she was trying to ruin the surprise, which for a first date, I would not recommend surprising anyone. That's like, just like plan something.
a quote surprise. It was just gonna be flowers.
Oh.
Listen, it was a whole thing. I don't want to explain it. I'll explain it later, or if it actually happens. But she
Are you
goes
still
back to.
talking to this girl?
Oh yeah, we've been talking for. We've been friends for like a year and a half or so.
Is this
The
the
hell
same
is
girl
that?
that lives in that was going to law school?
Yes, it's that one.
Oh my gosh. Just
Yeah.
go on a date. It's really
She's
not
not-
that difficult.
You're right, it's not, but she's not in town most of the time. So we had a conversation this past Monday about actually going on a date, and then she's like, well, I work this weekend, so we'll have to find a time. I don't know what I'm doing next weekend. And she goes back to school on the 6th.
Well, one date would lead to a
So,
second date, and if she lives an hour and 45 minutes south of you, I would say you have to figure out a way to work with the distance and not just only plan when she's home. So
listen, I
maybe
would
be
try
like,
that.
what if we meet at a restaurant in the middle?
I would try that, except then she studies every day all the time.
All I hear is excuses.
I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you,
She needs to eat a meal.
well, I tried.
You could even drive down to her for lunch.
I am currently legally unemployed. That doesn't mean I'm not doing anything.
Fair.
I do have something going on during my morning. However, I am legally unemployed.
I don't know what that means.
It means that I'm currently not making any money through payroll on my social security number.
I
Yep.
just think it's
Listen,
not
I
that
did try
difficult
again
to
today.
plan a date.
I know it's not that difficult. I put it more in her court since she's busier, just to give me a day and a time, because I don't know her schedule.
I would not even give that. I would be like, hey, I know we talked about it in the past, but what if we do the date on Tuesday? Nope, that's New Year's Eve.
Well,
What if we do
that
the
was my
Monday
plan.
at 6 p.m.? And if she says, no, that doesn't work, then you slide in and be like, okay, well, what day are you free? And if she starts giving you excuses, be like, okay, so it looks like you're busy. Do you have 30 minutes for a coffee date?
Yeah, I could do that.
Gosh, just ask for a woman for their opinion and dates get planned.
Listen, sometimes I do, and then sometimes you get mad at me when I ask you things.
This one is just like easy.
Listen, I don't even want to like go down the path of you saying like, oh, she's not interested, because she did bring it up a second time and say that she never said no, which started this whole down this path again. So
If she never said no, that means it's a yes, and that means you
right.
should schedule a date.
I did make a consent tea joke though, just to make sure that we were both on the same page that she was saying yes. It went over better than that did. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You hate my
My
random
New
jokes,
Year's
I know.
My New Year's resolution is to survive the month of January, moving in to Charlotte.
That's almost the end of January.
then-
You should say the month of February.
Yeah, I think once I get there, I'll be fine. I have just like this
agree.
weird thing right now where I'm like, it feels like I'm just going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And I also am a big procrastinator, so I know I'm like a little
You're under a
over-
month.
Yeah, I'm like 22 days out or something like that. And most people probably would say that's way too early to start packing, but I indeed started packing because I would wait until the morning of to start packing because I just suck at procrastinating. So I was like, if I can get one thing done a day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Curtis did indeed dad me and tell me to get renter's insurance. So I have renter's insurance and I finally got my own car insurance.
You don't have your own. You didn't have your own car insurance?
Do you have your own car insurance?
Yeah, I have my own car insurance. That was one of the
No,
first
I
things
do
my
not.
parents made me do. As soon as the car went in my name, they go, "You're getting your own car insurance. Here's our person.
No,
I've
I-
already set it up for you."
Cut here. How much do you pay in car insurance a month?
150.
I pay $190.
Really?
Yeah, State Farm, but I bundled it with my renter's insurance. So
I was gonna say, see if there's like a small like. So I don't go directly through an insurance company. I go through basically a broker.
yeah, that's what I went through. I went through a
Okay.
it's like a State Farm broker. I was honestly okay with paying a little bit more. It's my first time being on my own insurance, not on my parents. So I was like expecting it to be higher, and then
But
maybe it'll drop.
you
as
should be
years go
less
on.
than me.
Why?
You haven't been in any major accidents, right? That you've been at
Yes,
fault
I
for?
have.
Oh, you have? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, that was the part that I forgot or didn't know.
This is all gonna stay in as well. Yeah, I definitely have been in
Okay.
enough for my insurance to be higher.
All right, that makes sense then. If all else was equal, I should be paying more in car insurance than you.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents didn't kick me off the car insurance right away because my mom wanted me to pay off my student loans.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I was paying them for the car, and then I was paying off my student loans heavy,
Right.
and like I was supposed to get kicked off, but then I went on my own phone plan, so now just everything's in my name. I have like quite literally no bills left with my parents. But yeah, I had to get all of that, so now I'm just trying to figure out how to upload that so I don't get charged extra. Because my apartment, if you don't have renter's insurance, they charge you extra as like liability.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like big kid things that now I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. And yeah, that's also why I haven't left home yet. That and well,
That's so fair.
I don't have a job yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just
It's so fair. I like can live pretty bare minimum, like especially even when I move out, like my grocery shopping's to be like really bare minimum. But like there are so many things that you need that you like take for granted. Like I had to get like plates, bowls today and silverware because I know like I move in and I'm gonna need food and I'm gonna want to put it on a plate. So I know I'm gonna need that right away. Or like towels. I was like I have to buy towels.
Oh yeah.
Like all of the bare minimum, and not even thinking about like a mattress and a couch yet. I'm not even getting that till I get there. But like,
Well, and then
I'm
you're
just
gonna
trying to
want to
think of the
decorate
things.
it.
Yeah, I am thinking like that is the last thing I'm thinking about.
I'm sure.
My only thing that I like 100% know I'm gonna buy is I'm gonna get like a cheaper bookshelf from IKEA because I bought a TV. Not that that's like super important, but it was like on a major sale at Best Buy, so I was like may as well get it on sale.
Right.
But it's an apartment, so it's a smaller space, so I can't have like a massive bookshelf like I want. So I'm just gonna put my TV on a bookshelf.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. You're gonna get like one of the like just basically like not what's the word I'm looking for? Counter level bookshelves.
I've been calling them horizontal bookshelves, but
That's
countertop bookshelf probably make more sense.
Nope, horizontal bookshelf is exactly what I was looking for in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be getting one of those.
Yeah, those are nice.
I just have so many books. My sister was like, holy hell, and it's just like keep collecting more and more, and I'm like, I've gotta stop.
Hey,
But
books are fun.
they're just so like one use.
Yeah, if you're crazy. You know how many times I've physically read Mistborn?
No, but like not every book you read you're gonna read 3 or 4 times.
But they look pretty,
They do look pretty.
so therefore they're not one use. They're decorations.
Yeah.
See?
What else do you got?
I don't have much. Like my life has really just been book. Like it sounds bad, but my life has been book. I
That's
don't know
fair.
what to say to that. I've been really enjoying my book. This is gonna be really slow to you. I'm like 315 pages in
Well, that's not bad.
out of
You're just taking your
1367.
time reading it.
Yeah, no. I'm looking forward to the next 5 though.
That's absolutely insane.
This is only 5
Um,
out of 10.
I'm like just again chronically online, so everything I've been doing is following the trail of like TikTok and stuff. But there's some. Did you see the Christmas haul scandal about like the fake fake luxury products?
No.
These 2 girls did their like Christmas hauls, and it was like a luxury Christmas haul, and they had like Michael Kors and Louis Vuitton, and they had an Hermes bag and all this stuff, and it came out that it was from DHgate, which I had no clue what DHgate was, but apparently it's a luxury brand like knockoff site where they sell fakes, and the whole internet blew up about it, like hardcore, and like we're canceling the girls and saying that they were promoting like falsified stuff, and it was like this whole big thing online. And then the mom came out and talked about it, and then the mom said she got everything from this site called The Real Real, and The Real Real dissed the mom, and Walmart just released a fake Birkin, not a fake Birkin
Oh,
band,
I
but like
did
a
hear about
mock
that one.
Birkin band. Yeah, which is everyone's saying is like crazy. So the Birkin bag for a really long time, no one would recreate it because the idea of like the Hermes stuff is such like a privileged thing. Like you can't get a Birkin bag unless you spend a certain amount, and you can't get a Kelly and all these things. So the fact that now Walmart has a knockoff is making it so there's a less divide, and everyone is like, this is the either this is the best or this is the worst. The people that have them are like, oh my god, how could you recreate it? And then people are saying it's called the working bag, like WIRKIN, but
Uh-huh.
it's for the working class. And I thought that was so funny because like the average person cannot afford a Birkin bag.
That's
They're like $50,000.
yeah, I'm gonna go on my like I don't know what to say about I don't know what word to use.
Tangent.
Um yeah, my tangent. I don't get fashion being so expensive. Why is a pair of pants $100? It looks exactly like this other pair of pants.
I completely agree. They say that the Birkin bag costs so much money because each Birkin bag is individually handcrafted and hand stitched, and it's like 170 hours of like manual stitching, and it's a certain type of stitch so it doesn't break, and it's real
Uh-huh.
leather, and it's all of this stuff. But I
Okay, but
still
does it
can't
look like this other
ration.
bag?
It does. They're identical to this new knockoff.
Then just buy the knockoff.
But I cannot rationalize like buying spending the cost of a new car on a bag.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying
Like
there's
that's
no reason to ever do that.
crazy. Yeah, I don't even think it's like even if I had the money, I think that's absurd.
Yeah, I agree.
People are like so I listen to this podcast that talks about luxury brands and the creation and like where they started and why they're at what they're at today. They
Hmm.
did one on Hermes, so I was like back in my running phase, I listened to it a lot. And what they were saying, one second, I'm taking my socks off. I'm starting to overheat. Um, what they were saying about the Birkin is that like the idea of the Birkin, it was from I don't know if her name was Jane. I think it was Jane Birkin. She was known for carrying everything in like a picnic basket, and the
Hmm.
guy that was the CEO of Hermes at the time was like, "I'm gonna create you a bag to get rid of this god dang picnic basket because it looks absurd and like we're gonna make something functional for you." And she herself hated the Birkin bag, so like the way she wore it was like. It's like remember these are like $50,000 bags, and
Right.
she would wear them until they were like rags, like stuff them full, break the leather, distress them. Like you see pictures of her in the Birkin, and it's like, wow, she uses that bag. And today they're used as these like don't take them off the shelf, don't fill them too much, don't get them dirty type bags. And people are saying that it's like ruining the idea of what she wanted the bag to be.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's the same thing with the Kelly. I think the Kelly was named after the Princess of Monaco,
Hmm.
which is just another Hermes product.
Okay, you said the Princess of Monaco.
She
Is this?
was
No, go ahead.
she was
And I'll go to my tangent. My other tangent that you just reminded me of.
yeah, American actress and Princess of Monaco, Grace Kelly.
Hmm.
She was from Philly, but she was like married the guy in Monaco, but she died. But she was from Philly.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your tangent? Let's go.
I hate Gossip Girl.
Are you watching Gossip Girl?
No, my sister is. And it
Are
has
you
them in the
just
room that I'm reading
catching
in.
bits? I also hate Gossip Girl.
It is the stupidest show ever. She's on
It,
season
it's
5.
it is just glamorizing like like being an heiress and like what how Paris Hilton and like the Richies grew up. That's what that Gossip Girl is glamorizing.
I don't get it. I'm at the point where the grandmother dies, and then the girl finds out that some other girl is using her name to get her inheritance, but she doesn't know that she had an inheritance.
Not gonna lie, I have not watched Gossip Girl since high school, so it's been like 6 years, 7 years. I
Yeah,
could
that's
not tell
fair.
you.
I couldn't tell you either. I don't know any of their names. That's not true. It's like a soap opera.
It is. It's a soap opera glamorizing the life of the wealthy, and I don't think that stuff should be glamorized. I don't think that we should ever like glamorize dropping out of school and doing drugs just because you have money. I think it's
Oh,
kind
is
of a
that what they
joke.
do?
Yeah, well, they don't drop out of school, but like they don't go to school. They jet set around the world. They spend money like it's toilet paper,
Oh, they
and
haven't left
they
New
do a lot
York.
of drugs and drink. Then she hasn't left season 1 because I'm pretty sure that they go to Paris all throughout season
She's
2.
on season 5.
They have gone to Paris. Well, they
Okay.
don't record in Paris, but they like they say that she's in
You know,
Paris.
this is just season 5 where they're just um in New York after the wedding,
Yeah, I don't
and
know
now
how
she's
far
stealing her friend's man.
I've watched.
That's what I've been able to gather.
Although I did love Chuck Bass.
I hate him.
I loved him. I don't know why, because I look back and I'm like, maybe it was just like the bad boy era. Because I also love Jess in Gilmore Girls, if you've ever seen that.
Nope.
But Gilmore Girls is a good one.
I know what
but
it
it's
is.
another soap opera. Yeah, I don't like Gossip Girl. I'm not the biggest fan.
The acting sucks, and it's Blake Lively, which makes me hate it a little less because of Ryan Reynolds.
No, Mike's even more. Mike's even more.
But the fact
It's
that
because
she was in it.
I watched the character that she played in Gossip Girl, and I think that she made the character her. Like, the way that she plays Serena van der Woodsen
Uh-huh.
is just her. So it, like, she's not acting, she's just being herself, which makes me so mad because that defeats the purpose of being called an actor.
Right.
I do think Ryan Reynolds is a phenomenal actor, though.
Oh, I love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Like, he's great. I love him.
You listen to a lot when you read. When I read, I zone in. There could be a war going on around me and I would have no clue.
I mean, I try to, but it's easier said than done sometimes.
Fair.
When you hear British man go, "Do you not love me? What do you mean?"
Chuck Bass is not British.
He sounds it.
He just sounds stuck up. Well, I
Also,
think he's
how'd
British
you
in real life.
how'd you know I meant him?
Because that's the only semi-British
Uh-huh,
character. I
but
think he's... Because
you knew
he's
exactly
British in
who I
real
meant
life,
when
but
I
he
said
doesn't
British.
play British.
Also, he's just got a square head.
He does.
Too square. No head should be that square.
I agree.
I don't like any of them. I actually kind of hate them all. I pray for their downfalls as I'm watching
What's
the
a
show.
show you recommend?
AP Bio.
What?
AP Bio.
That's a show?
Yeah, it's on Netflix right now.
I'm pretty sure that's a class.
It is, but it's a show.
I thought that would be funny.
It's a show
What's it
about the
about?
class. It's a Harvard professor who gets kicked out of Harvard and moves back to Toledo, Ohio to live in his dead mom's apartment and teach a AP Bio class.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, it's pretty good. I got my parents started on it, and they like it.
I
So,
don't have any TV shows I would recommend right now. I don't really watch TV.
oh, I should say,
Recently.
he's a philosophy professor.
And he's teaching AP Bio.
Yeah,
That changes the game.
yeah, it's funny. It's good. They don't learn bio.
If I were to recommend any show, I would recommend Gilmore Girls. It's a classic. One Tree Hill is a good one, but the acting is really iffy in One Tree Hill. They're all soap operas. I've also watched Glee like 100,000 times. If you're into musicals and you like cheesy acting, Glee is pretty good.
I don't like cheesy acting is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember Sunny
I
with
like
a Chance?
OG 2000s. Yeah, I do. But
Okay.
I remember, I know what it is. I don't remember watching it.
Do you remember Allison Stone? Not Allison Stoner. That's the other girl that doesn't exist anymore. She was a Disney Channel one shot.
Are you talking about Bridget Medley?
No. What's her name?
Bridget Medley is like an icon
Bridget
right now. She went
Medler?
from Medler. She went from a Disney Channel actress to like a freaking doctor.
No, what's her name?
She's an
Alice,
astrophysicist.
Allison Snyder.
No.
You'd know her if you saw her. She's in it, and she's pretty good.
Oh.
She's my favorite character. But
I'm like so excited for the holidays to be over. I love the holiday season, but I am so ready to like not be in Christmas time anymore.
I mean, it's
loved
not
it- I
Christmas
loved
time
it while I
anymore.
was
Christmas
here,
ended
but-
on the 26th.
That's crazy. We still have our Christmas tree up.
So do we. But I'm not listening to Christmas music anymore.
I did not
Therefore,
listen to
Christmas
Christmas
is
music
over.
at all this year.
I did because a YouTuber I watched dropped a Christmas album,
Oh. No,
and
I
he
did not
sounds
listen
like
to
Frank
any.
Sinatra.
Oh.
So, my
I didn't
Christmas
really watch
album
Christmas
here.
movies either. I couldn't like sit still enough. I feel like I was like an anxious little bug this year, and I like was constantly moving and had to be like brain all over the place.
I really just want to play golf. Like I want to get out and do something, and that's
Go
the thing
put
in my
your
head.
put your winter clothes on and go play golf.
No.
That's what they do down in North Carolina. They all golfed when I was there.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a little too cold for this. And they were like, winter, we have heaters in our golf carts and we wear our winter clothes. And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I totally would, but 20 is not the temperature to play golf at.
Yeah. Well, today was 60, almost 70
Yeah, but it
degrees.
was raining.
Oh, it didn't rain here.
Yeah. We had a beautiful day, it just rained and
That's fair.
wet,
That's
so
fair.
it wasn't the best. That and I can't go golfing
Oh.
with my dad yet because he hasn't gotten his clubs.
Oh,
So I have to wait for him because I don't want to go by myself.
that's fair. Okay. So we've hit the 40-minute mark. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, follow us on Instagram. I am going to be documenting my moving journey, I guess you would call it, on the Talking Tandemness TikTok page if we have TikTok for much longer. If not, probably just upload them to the Instagram.
Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And like the podcast on Spotify or like
And YouTube.
whatever it is on Spotify. Oh, and we're on YouTube now. Not with video, just
Audio.
But thank you for listening. Bye. Do you have anything to add?
Nope, just goodbye.